Have I seen the Kizzard? Yes, I've seen the Kizzard. I'm going to BBB Gathering. I'm so excited to be going to BBB Gathering. Yo, let's look up Gathering BBB. Yo, this gathering is going to be so excited. If you guys don't know, if you haven't saved the date already, this is the next gathering that Mastering Tricking will be at. Bing Bang Gathering, April 1st through the 3rd. Go check it out. I mean, they have the dopest promo things in the world. Look at that, look at Adam. That Webster art is so good, and the shapes in the suit, that's awesome. That's awesome. Please come to BBB Gathering. I am so excited for this gathering. Yo, McGuire and Mike, they made it to Oslo. OMG, this gathering is gonna be so good. I'm so excited to see the battles. We've had a lot of great tricking battles, but none on a giant stage like OMG. OMG is a huge gathering and people are representing and showing up in mass. Yo, if you guys don't know, a sauna to cold plunge is one of the best things you can do for your body. It is one of the best things because it trains your cardiovascular system, your heart, your veins, the things that pump blood, which is so important for recovery and healing, which is so important for tricking. Yo, if you have the opportunity, be like Mike, hit a sauna and then do that cold plunge. Okay, so let's look at the big adrenaline news. And then we can go to Jordan and talk about Jordan. August 1st through the 3rd, they are doing an adrenaline event in Vegas. So I am beyond excited. If you guys don't know, August 3rd is my birthday. And yeah, the event is called the Adrenaline World Games. They were going to do this, if I'm not mistaken, right before the pandemic. I was going to go, everything got canceled. But now they're bringing the event back. I'm so excited. If you guys haven't seen the full trailer, go watch the full trailer. I'm not sure if I'm gonna participate. It's my birthday weekend. I might just go just to go. I haven't made my full plans yet, but I am so excited to watch this battle right here. Hurricane Yang and Michael Guthrie going at it. I'm very excited for this. I'm very excited. Not just to see an invitational tricking event on this level, but also to see Mike battle. I'm a huge Michael Guthrie fan, and I want to see him succeed and just absolutely slay. So I'm really excited to watch this. I will be there, and yeah, you guys should be there too. Give Adrenaline some support. They're doing a lot with this event. Yes, this is what I wanted to talk about. This post right here specifically. I may need to move out of the way a little bit, but this is the very thing. In Jordan's words, tricking is toxic. This is up for debate. This may feel offensive, but I'm just saying things felt by a lot of people, including myself. I'm still dropping out, just saying. This community is pathetic. This sport is broken. Humans stick to what they're comfortable with. Think I'm only still here because I'm comfortable. Hopefully, when I come back, better people run the community. New sampler drops soon. Andrew Court, where you at right now? I'm starving. Okay, there's a lot to talk about here. Tricking is, I'd say it's as toxic as every other sport, as every other big discipline, as every other large community. There are toxic pools within tricking and things that are really negative. Thank God I don't see anything too egregious, like excessive drug use, like weird sexual things, and not weird like kinks, like things you can't condone. I don't see a lot of that in tricking, at least not more than I see in gymnastics, cheerleading, sport karate, taekwondo, everything else in the world itself. Tricking is a young sport that has a long way to go. I wouldn't call the community pathetic. I think that's just kind of mean, for lack of a better term. I think that the community does a lot, but the community lacks a lot of means. We're still figuring it out. I do think the sport aspect of tricking is very broken. We don't have a system of competition. We don't have a sponsorship. We don't have a league. We don't have any of that sort of development. Now we're trying. There are pockets within the community that are trying to develop these things, but it's young. They got a long, long ways to go. And it's like for a sport to develop, you have to lose a lot of the grassroots kind of loving nature in it. Like a big push right now in tricking behind the scenes is coaching certifications and coaching training. And I feel kind of mixed about that because I do want tricking coaches who are qualified. I do want people who know what they're doing for injury prevention. But that said, I feel kind of sketched out saying that someone has to go through these classes to be a tricking coach when I didn't take any classes to be a tricking coach. Neither did my tricking coaches or any of the tricking coaches that I know. We're just trying to make more tricking coaches in a sustainable way. Or at least I'm not trying to. I am not part of those discussions, but they are happening, and they're gonna happen whether I am part of them or not. So I am kind of wiggling my way through like with my ear to the streets, entrepreneurial style. But like there is a lot of progression happening within the community, but the community is young. The community has a long way to go. I do agree that the sport aspect of tricking is broken. It's super broken. You're so right. I feel you on the still dropping out. I get it. Yo, thank you for still posting the clips. The fact that you're still posting the clips, you have my heart, dude. Because that does a lot for tricking. Oh, my homie! My homie! Yo! Dude, this is so cool. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Hello. It is such an honor. Oh my God. Dude, you do so much for the community. Usu. Thank you so much. Dude, I love your content. I love the things you do. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, so right now we're talking about this tragic post that Jordan made. I don't know if you saw this. I don't know if you can weigh in here, but he posted a really sad post, and I'm kind of just giving my thoughts and my opinion because I have a lot of thoughts and opinions here. Because I do think he's right. Tricking is broken. Tricking has a long way to go. I don't think the community is pathetic. I think the community is still developing. And it's like, hopefully when he comes back, he says, okay, let me quote this. Hopefully when I come back, better people run the community. Here's the thing, I don't think there's a specific group of people, a branch that run the community. No one runs the tricking community. It's a tricking community. There's people that do big shit within the tricking community and they have a lot of influence. These are people like Matt Milhone, Sam Kojo, a lot of tricking creators who make content. Like Adrenaline has a lot of influence within the community, but none of us run it. Nobody runs the tricking community because it's a community. We're all working together in this and just trying to progress and kind of push this sport forward in some sort of way. Like I like the grassroots nature of tricking and I like more chill tricking competition. I'm not as into like blowing shit up, glitz and glam. That's just not me personally. But a lot of people want that in tricking. A lot of people want that sort of thing. And it's like, I hope we get like the guy, well, it's like I end up doing a lot for tricking and I try my best to be one of those guys who's trying to help the community, but I'm not looking to run the show all alone. No one is. We're all just trying to figure it out and invest and do things. So I think the original reason why he said he wanted to drop out of tricking is, one, I think he's dealing with a lot of, well, I don't know. I cannot say for certain and I don't want to impose my thoughts onto like why he's dropping out. Let me see. He made another post that was more, talked about it more. He's been posting a lot. So let me read this one, because this is a super important one as well, and I really wanted to talk about this. This was the original impetus behind the stream, but OMG is happening. There's that big, Adrenaline just did that big announcement. Mastering Tricking Gathering is still happening, woo woo woo. I'm working on pre-registration. But yeah. So, let me read this. Because this is one of my favorite posts that he posted, because I think it's very poignant and well said. What does it mean to quit tricking? I think it can mean many things. It can mean you've gotten injured past the point of return, that you've aged too far for tricks, that you've grown fond of something else, or even lost the drive to continue tricks. So in that definition, I kind of quit tricking when I tore my ACL mentally. Like, I thought I got injured past the point of no return. Thank God I was wrong. Thank God I was wrong. But at that point, I kind of thought that I need to make tutorials, I need to teach people, I need to leverage this in a different way than just my skills, because my skills are just, I'm broken. At least that was my mindset. I was wrong, I'm good now, and I'm getting stronger again. But like, that mindset can be toxic, and it's something that I feel like I've broken out of a little bit, but I'm still not pushing tricks like the reckless young adult I used to be. Okay, let me continue. For me, it's a little complicated. I'd say as I've grown, this perspective has been growing with me. I've never had a consistent flow of enjoying tricking. When I moved to Colorado, everything enhanced. That sounds very common. A lot of people, like, it's hard to enjoy tricking, especially like the disciplinary process of getting better if you're doing it alone, which it sounds like you were doing it in a more isolated setting until you got to Colorado. Let me continue. It's always been this weird back and forth game for me. I've always loved the style of movement and the freedom that comes with it, but other factors have made it a balancing act, more so than fun. Yeah, I agree that if you're going into tricking just for fun itself, it's gonna be really, really hard. I very much look at my tricking progression as I'm trying to develop myself mentally, physically, so that way I can tackle the rest of life really, really, really well. And I think that's kind of my position with it right now, but that's always shifting. I mean, I do career things with my tricks. I do make a little bit of money off people watching this content, but I was talking to a gentleman who I'm trying to help out with editing earlier, and we made $3 to $4 on the last video. Oh, dude, thank you for the subscription. I'm literally talking about how little money we make with AdSense right now, and you decide to subscribe? My dude, you're a fucking hero. You're a fucking hero. It's rough. It's rough, yo. It's rough. And we're getting the financial situation worked out. I'm really hopeful about this Teespring clothing. Something came in the mail. The Teespring clothing came in the mail today, and it looks really freaking good. So I'm gonna hopefully get that in a lot of people's hands, and it'll be a great way to build the brand while also helping us get a little bit of income for Mastering Tricking Gathering. Let me continue reading. I'm sorry, Jordan, I'm getting so distracted, yo. I have ADHD out the ass. I love the art form. I love inspiring others. I just wish the painter didn't have to go to art showcases to get his art out there. Wish he could anonymously send his art directly to the art community and that be that. Cause the thing is, if someone is a painter, they can literally do that. They don't need to physically be there. Tricking is an art form that requires you as a person, because you're performing with your body, to put your body on display. And not a lot of people like putting their body on display. Sometimes I don't like putting my body on display. But it's a physical art form nonetheless. And that has its pros and cons for sure. Let me scroll. I have a handful of unreleased samplers that I'm trying to post and get people's eyes on, because I know some people would really be inspired by them, myself included. Yo, that's me. Dude, please release those samplers in whatever form, in whatever fashion, at whatever pace you feel comfortable with, because I love seeing your movement, and it does inspire my movement a ton. And I feel you with the inspiration. That shit hits deep. So I can read, I swear. So I have to continue posting my old clips, though I consider myself no longer a tricker. I will throw some tricks here and there, but I do it because I love movement. not because I want the same things out of this form. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so dyslexic. Reading is genuinely hard for me. But I get that. I get that. You like movement. You like inspiring people, but it comes with a lot of baggage. Like, there's a lot of baggage that comes with doing tricking. And I understand that you kind of want to step away from a lot of that baggage. That, I understand that. You have my heart with that. So when I say I'm quitting, what I really mean is that I've grown old of this style of movement, and I've grown fonder of different styles, while realizing a lot of factors of the community of tricking that have left a sour taste in my mouth. When I say I'm quitting, it means I'm releasing all my saved content, giving up on keeping up with the tricking community, and focusing on my own life, including different forms of movement beyond this bubble. It means I'm freeing myself. I really like that. I really like that. Jordan, dude, I really wish you the best, man. And I think this is such a good step to take. And I got nothing but love and support for everything you're doing with this. And it's like, if there is a section of the tricking community that has left a sour taste in your mouth, I get that more than anything else. Like, if that happens, then it's okay to shift away, but don't think that the tricking community is so small that you can not avoid the people you want to avoid. If there's someone in the tricking community that you don't like, that goes to your local sessions that you just don't like, you can train around that. But I understand that this sounds a lot deeper than that, and there's a lot of things going on in tricking that leave a sour taste in my mouth. So I totally get it. I totally get it. And if you're freeing yourself and exploring different forms of movement, let's go. Let's go. I just want to support people who are moving and shaking and doing the things that support them and support tricking. And as long as you're posting clips, you're still doing a lot, man. And don't feel like you have to. Seriously, Jordan, if this is like a drain on your life, you don't have to keep doing it. At least you don't have that pressure from me. As a friend, as someone who just genuinely cares about your health and well-being, that's what I care about more than anything. Straight up. Straight up. I miss you. I miss you. I miss all the people that I get to see at gatherings, but then you live entirely different, separate lives. It's a really weird kind of place to be in mentally. But I'm really glad that you're kind of focusing on yourself and you're developing your art form in a way that feels comfortable and good to you, you know? Also, follow his TikTok. Straight up. Follow his TikTok. He's been making these really fun, cool, like, Apple knife videos, and I really like them. I really like what Jordan does. I think he's a homie. And I'll always be a fan of Jordan, even if he's not like pro tricker Jordan, if he's just model and dancer and I don't know, maybe does like, I don't know, I feel like he could do a lot of jewelry things. I feel like he has a very aesthetic look. I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but I just want support and support for the boys, support for the boys. Melchior, thank you again for subbing. That is really kind of you. Seriously.